What's going on, guys? Snag here, and it's time to go over the Queensland team list in a little bit more detail, guys. Obviously, this team list came out this morning. Well, we dropped it last night. Actually, we got the leak, and it was bang on. It was perfect, sort of thing. I was super stoked about that. I was a little bit nervous about posting it because it was just a leak, but it ended up being exactly right. So. How good, how good. So like I said, we're not breaking any hot news here, just giving my takes on the team, thoughts on it. I did just watch the press conference between Billy and Madge. Really interesting. I'll talk a little bit about that as well. And it's cool now that we actually can see the team list side by side. We're not too sure if who's playing left and right, although we have a very good idea. So we can have a little look at matchups now, guys. And obviously, make sure you are subscribed too, guys, because this isn't my preview video. I'll do a full preview video where I give predictions, also probably do my try scorers, my punts, all that sort of stuff. I definitely want to talk about gambling on State of Origin. It's very different, very, very different. I've done quite well, hit in all 3 games last year. It's very. I see some of the punts people put up for State of Origin. I'm like, oh, bro, that's not good. That's not hitting. Like, it's very, very different, guys. So make sure you subscribe, guys. Hit the bell icon so you get notifications and all that good stuff, guys. And obviously make sure you follow us on Dabble too. If you want to join Dabble, guys, use a link in this video here, guys. All right, so let's first actually we'll get to that in a minute. So Reece Walsh fullback, Xavier Coates, Val Holmes, Hamiso, Suaali'i, Dearden, Cherry Evans, Ruben Cotter, Ben Hunt to start, Lindsay Collins in at prop, Sua, Nanai, Carrigan, Harry Grant coming off the bench, Mo, Hopgood, Selwyn, Cobbo on the bench. So first thoughts on this obviously was no Fafita. He's actually been playing absolutely brilliant. I'm really shocked they left him out. So just to put it this way, right, I can tell you right now, when the news came out that David Fafita wasn't playing, every single New South Wales fan went, whew, whew. I mean, just that noise there. Whew. Lucky, because he's been elite. I've loved what Sue was doing. Actually saw his little brother playing against my son's team on the weekend. He's a beast as well. Pretty sure we're going to see that kid in a State of Origin jersey in about 5 or 6 years' time. But yeah, absolute monster. But he's going to do great. But it's sort of like what everyone was saying about Latrell for New South Wales. You don't fear Sua, you're not worried about him. And just put it this way, I was sitting there thinking about my punts for the weekend, for the game. Like just thinking, not doing any research or anything like that. Just sitting there, and the first name that popped to my head was, I'm taking Fafita for a try scorer. He hit last year. I would have probably picked him even if he was coming off the bench. He knows how to find the try line. And the thing with Dave is, when he plays for the Titans, they usually drop another player on that side. They know the ball's coming to him. They know that barge over try he scored the other day. Everyone knew he was just going to scoot from dummy half. He literally shoved the hooker out of the way and went, and they dropped all this, and he just went over anyway. Like, he's an absolute monster. A lot of people saying, his work rate's low, this, that, and the other. I don't know how you measure that, but his tackle efficiency's great. He gets to marker pretty frequently. I think his work rate's been great. So he's averaging heaps of carries a game. So I think it's a little strange, but like I said, I don't think it's a bad selection. I think Sue was absolutely brilliant, but imagine having Nanai and him there. Maybe that's his thoughts. Maybe that's Billy's thoughts. I don't need 2 absolute strike edge back rowers. I want someone I know I'm going to get every game, know what I'm going to get, and another one that can absolutely kill it, sort of thing. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We won't. A lot of these calls and selections, we won't know whether they're good until after the first game. We could be sitting there. I mean, I remember last year, how many people gave Fittler and Brandy a bath for picking Bradman Best? He was so elite. And then everyone's like, what a master stroke. And then everyone was like, yeah, well, Bradman Best is awesome. Like, bros, you weren't saying that before the game. You were saying, how's this dude in the team? And now you're riding him. Now you're glazing him. Come on, lads. So my initial thoughts, just looking at this, right, just looking at the whole team list, is this is going to be a really good series. I think this could be one of the best series we've had. I don't know why, and this is just my initial thoughts, like, on the Queensland team. When I saw it, I was expecting to be like, Queensland 3-0. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing a really, really good, hard-fought series. One thing I do think New South Wales probably will have to wrap it up in 2, just because it's going to be very hard to go to Suncorp and win game 3 down there. But yeah, so what was the other ones? So Selwyn on the bench, bit strange, having Selwyn on the bench there. Billy didn't really, I don't like what he said about Selwyn. He's like, yeah, we might try and find a position for him. We might this. One thing he said, so 4 out of their last 6 games, they've needed to cover a back 5 player. So perfect. That's great. If that's why you're picking him, that's cool. But I don't like the whole, we'll try and find a position for him just because he's there. So yeah, I don't like that. That's what they did sort of they've done with that's a New South Wales thing to do. Like, oh, he's so good, we just have to put him on the bench. It's like, well, bro, if he's not good enough to make the team, just leave him off, So don't really like that. I'm not a huge fan of the Hopgood selection either. Love Hopgood. He's a beast. I love him. I think he's a State of Origin player. I just don't think he's been very good this year. Last year, I was so impressed with him. I think he should have probably made the team last year. But I just haven't. There's not been a game this year where I've been like, man, Hopgood's a beast. He's killing it. Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, he might elevate. He might be one of these guys that just plays better in a maroon jersey surrounded by great players. But I haven't been feeling Hopgood this year. You've already got the best, equal best, second best lock in the game, Paddy Carrigan there. So yeah, I probably would have rather Fafita on the bench maybe if you did want that solid sewer, and then you could bring Fafita as an impact, and then drop Hopgood. Maybe you could play Fafita in the middle as well. He's a big boy. Even we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was a little bit strange to me. But I'm not mad at it. I think both coaches have done a brilliant job. I'm not in love with this Maroons team. I just really like it. Just going on it, like this is why we'll just have a look at it. But I feel like there's more New South Wales players in form than Queensland players. Like I feel like Reece has been a little down last few weeks. However, I'm not worried about him at all. I think his knee might be bothering him a little bit. He definitely he was a menace yesterday, but I saw him starting to play with his knee a little bit, and he just I felt like he went into his shell a little bit. Coates probably was the best winger in the comp up until he got injured, and then his game, has he had 2 games back or 1? 1 or 2, but I wasn't really feeling him in those 2 games. But he might, maybe it's just Munster was out in 1.5 of those. Maybe it's just not getting as much good ball or whatever. But Val Holmes to me has been way off. Hamiso's been very good, but at fullback, so playing out of position essentially. I know he's played there plenty. He's not saying he's never played centre before. He actually killed it there last year for Australia as well, I believe. Suaali'i he's barely played, and I think the games he's been back haven't been great. Tom Dearden's everyone's been glazing Tom. I think he's been really good. Super impressed with his defense. Not overly impressed with his offense, but there's so much strike in this team, I don't think it really matters. Cherry's been good without being incredible. I think he was very, very good at the start of the year, but I feel like his form tapered off a little bit. I don't think Ben Hunt's been close to his best. Lindsay Collins has been at his best. Sua's been close to his best. Nanai's been at his best. Carrigan's been at his best. Harry Grant's been at his best. Mo's been okay. I don't think Mo's been anywhere near he has been last year. Hopgood nowhere near as good as last year. Selwyn Cobbo's on another planet. So it's not like everyone's coming in red hot, but still very, very good. So I love it. I just love both teams. I think it's going to be a crazy series. I just absolutely cannot wait to see what happens. So people think State of Origin's won on the field. It's not. It's won right here, lads. It's getting the team right in game 1. It is. It really is. The State of Origin is won by getting the right team on the park first time. Because if you lose one game because of poor decisions you made through your selections, you've only got 2 games. You've got no room to move after that. You have to win the last 2 games, and then it's all over. So. It really is one here. It's not like you make a bad selection choice in club. You got 26 rounds to correct. You know what I mean? Like it's fine. Like with State of Origin, there is literally no margin for error. All right, let's have a look at the teams head to head a little bit. We'll just rush through this quite quick, guys. We're not really. This isn't the preview video. I'm just quite interested to see how it goes. So Dylan Edwards. Reece Walsh, very different players. I was about to say high volume, but Reece is pretty high volume too. He just doesn't run for heaps of metres, but very high volume as well. So we're not too sure with the New South Wales team exactly how they run out because it's a bit strange. Like all bounces from side to side. These numbers pretty much mean nothing anymore. But I don't know if Critter and To'o will play on the same side. Where's Suaali'i play at? Suaali'i plays left centre at Roosters, right? Yeah, because Marnie's on the right. So Lomax plays right. So it's a little bit strange. I'm not too sure how they'll run out. Like this, whether To'o and Critter will be on the same side on the left, whether Suaali'i, or maybe it'll be Crichton and Lomax on the right, and we're not too sure. So we don't know who's going to be matching up against who here, guys. So, but one thing I did like when I just looked at this, because Xavier Coates has been such a monster in the air. I did like, I don't know if this went into their planning, but 3 really tall guys. Let's just say it is Suaali'i and Lomax on that side. Very hard to out-jump 2 big, tall timbers like that. Like, they've got a lot of coverage there. Obviously, the only short player there. So, all guys over 6'3", or 6'3" or over. It can all leap. They're all great leapers sort of thing. So, I think that's... could have been a possibility with Zac. That's why I said I thought Zac should have been in the team because they can both... he's such a kick threat. Or if he's not a kick threat, at least he's not getting jumped over the top of, sort of thing. So, yeah, that's exciting. I can't wait for those. We've got Luai, who I've been really impressed with, especially the last 2 weeks. I thought he took Nicho Hynes to absolute school on the weekend. He absolutely gave him a bath. So, like I said, I'm not the hugest fan of both of them, but I really do think that if they both play their absolute best, they'll be just fine. I would give an edge to the halves, to the Marrons. Who would I give the edge to out of these? I don't know. We'll have to see how they're going to run out. This is why I wanted to wait to do my absolute preview video to a little bit closer so we can see who's training in what positions and stuff like that. So, if we get some footage of the training sessions and Critter and To'o are both on the left, then I know they're going to be matched up against so-and-so and so-and-so. So that's why I sort of wanted to wait a little bit. But yeah, and just solid defense, effort, great ball runner, all that stuff. Cherry Evans will pull the strings. His IQ really comes good at State of Origin time. So Queensland is a little light. I mean, Ruben is tiny. Ben is a smaller guy. Lindsay's above average size maybe, but not much bigger, but he's so good. It's crazy. So not a ton of size through the middle. Mo comes on, but he's not ultra destructive or anything like that. So Paddy's going to have to pick up a bit of the slack in the middle here, really, really run hard. But Payne Haas is, to me, playing his best footy he's ever played. I know that sounds crazy, even though his stats mightn't reflect it. Just to the eye test, he looks like he's on another planet. Reece Robson hits like a Mack truck. So does Liam Martin. McInnes there as well. So, yeah, I love these matchups. I'm assuming Liam Martin will play right. Angus Crichton will play left. Nanai normally plays right. Sua normally play left. I'm sure that's how they'll run out. Yeah, I'm sure he does. So left. So it'll be what? Nanai on Angus and Liam on Sua. Is that how they'll run out? See, they're not crossed over. So Liam normally plays right. Angus left. Nanai's definitely right. So is a right specialty player. Yeah, so I'd say that's how they'll run out there, guys. And I wouldn't be surprised either if we do. We saw Billy change the team list about half an hour, or who was starting about half an hour before the game. So I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows? Isaiah Yeo might start. We really don't know. I wouldn't actually mind from New South Wales if they dropped Robson to the bench, put McInnes in at night, just for 15, 20 minutes. You know what I mean? And then you got Robson. Robson can 100% play the rest of the game. There'll be no because right now there's no coverage on the bench. I know there's coverage in McInnes on the park, but then you've got a tired player still playing in the middle. And then Robs can come on in that middle and it'll be fresh, and he's going to, again, hit like a Mack truck. Defense is going to be solid, good service, nice, fresh, solid service in the second half of the second part of the first half. So that's an option. If we compare the two benches, we've got the best lock in the comp, the best second row, the best dummy half in the comp. We've got Mo, who's, playing okay. Hopgood, who's playing okay. And Selwyn Cobbo, who's in crazy... This is the thing. Cobbo could literally not get on the park. Like, he really couldn't. Like, there's a chance that Selwyn doesn't play in this game. So it could really be 4 versus 3. Because I dare say New South Wales would use all their interchanges. The only thing I don't really like about the New South Wales team is a lot of people were saying, "Oh, why isn't Barnett in the team?" I wasn't for Barnett in the team, but when I watched his game on the weekend, and one thing actually the reason why I didn't want him in the team was I don't like him as a front row. I think he's way better on an edge. Like I reckon if Barnett just lost a few kegs, I mean a few, like 3 to 5, and played on an edge, I think he'd be top 5 every week. I love him. I love him on an edge. I think the reason why I wouldn't mind Barnett in this team over Hudson Young is he can come on and do a really good job in the middle or on the bench. Like he's so. Well, I'm not saying Hudson can't, but I'm just saying I think Barnett is more versatile in that. Like I actually think he's extremely good at both. Whereas Hudson Young's going to be extremely good on an edge. We don't really know in the middle. It sounds like I'm picking on Huddy, but even Matt Burton on the bench played a similar position to Selwyn. He can cover 1 through 7. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they're going to look at last year's games and go, oh man, I don't know if we can risk having 4 forwards on the bench because there's not anyone that can really cover an edge if an edge goes down. Whereas Burton slots straight in. So I'm not too sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Burton pushes into the 17. We'll have to wait and see. So Burton or Barnett, but yeah, absolutely love it. In the press conferences, guys, it was really interesting to hear Madge talk about the team. So apparently Nicho Hynes' calf has been scanned today and it's fine. He's going to be good to train from day one. They just might have to monitor his calf. That's pretty much what they said. So, that was the other one. Everyone was like, "Why is the captain Jake Trbojevic?" Oh, also, guys, just before, hopefully, you guys, if there's still people watching this video, some people taper off, and if you do want me to answer any questions in this next video, my actual preview one, drop them in the comments, guys. Just write thoughts on a try for Lindsay Collins in this game, thoughts on Selwyn Cobbo being on the bench, thoughts on, you know what I mean, something to do with it, and I'll read those out at the end of my prediction video, guys. So yeah, just drop in the comments, guys. Thoughts on Paddy Carrigan being the new captain. I don't think he is, but you get what I'm saying. Thoughts on Fafita being left out of the team, stuff like that, guys. Thoughts on who's going to win, all that sort of stuff, guys. So that'll be awesome. But look, I'm loving it. I'm just eyeing up some of these matchups. It's going to be hard. It's going to be heavy. For me, Queensland just need to do what they've been doing, and for me, I think that one of the biggest things that will go a long way for New South Wales Blues winning this team is all on this dude's big broad shoulders right here, Payne Haas. Everyone says he's the best prop in the comp. No one will give Cleary his flowers and to say he's an elite half until he dominates an Origin. Everyone says Payne Haas is it. I haven't seen it at Origin. I don't think there's been a game where Payne Haas has been the best forward on the park. I don't think there's been a game where he's been the best forward in the New South Wales team. He's been good. I'm not saying he's been bad, but to me, there's no Tino there, who I personally think is, probably the best Origin front row we've seen in the last 5 to 10 years. So yeah, he's really got to, Payne has to own this Origin. He really does. So I think if he can do that, I think we'll go a long way to New South Wales winning this one. So I'm excited, guys. Like I said, guys, make sure you subbed, hit the bell icon so you don't miss out. Chuck all your questions in the comments there, guys. Early predictions as well, guys. Let us know who you think's going to win this one and bring it on. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.